Hello, One Book July. I've already done my introductory video, so I'll link that down below for you to check out. But I was going to use my Hobonichi Cousin and really try and make friends with it, really. I bought it last year and I used it for about a month and a half and I didn't really like it, or was a bit scared of it, or because it was such a nice notebook and the really thin paper of Tonomi River paper, I wasn't quite sure about it. So I just want to do a bit of an update and to tell you what I did. I've done a thing, I've done something. Here's my Hobonichi Cousin and I've made it into 3. Hello everybody, it's Edwina from My Craft Orchard. How are you? Yeah, I've cut it down basically. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love what I've done. I really love this. I am loving it. So I was having a conversation with my sister, who also has a Hobonichi Cousin, and she loves it, absolutely loves it. And we got talking to somebody within the planner community who had the large cousin, and then said, no, you don't want to buy the cousin, you want to buy the avec because it's in 2 halves of a year. It's smaller because if you start putting lots of things in, it'll just go poof, and just you won't be able to write when you get to the end of the year on the pages because you can't open it. So Deborah decided to cut hers down because of that, and she said, oh, it's like having a new notebook because I've cut it down and that. So I unfortunately had tennis elbow, so I couldn't do any writing. I couldn't even hold a pen. It's still playing up, but I can write now. So I had a couple of days of really sort of thinking and just flicking through my book and that sort of thing, and I worked out I could cut it down. So the question was where to cut it down. So this is what I've done. I'll also do a quick flip through. So this one is the beginning of it. So this first book has got the months and the weeks in. So originally I was going to use this as a index for the rest of the book, but because I've cut it down I can't do that now. So what I've done is I've decided to use it more of a codex. So I was just trying out a codex on there, and I could use this with this as the key for that. So I thought that might work for that. And then I've went through and I decorated the months. I haven't done April's, but this is how I was using the months before, which was more of like a memory keeping type thing, a bit of decoration. So I will probably carry on doing that with these. I've just got to go back. So the One Book July theme has been announced, and it's Mind the Gap. And what that entails, Romany, Miss Vicky B and Carrie Harling have basically said that gaps in your planner is absolutely fine. I have lots of gaps in my planners. If you've been watching my videos, you know this. But it's about either going back and filling them up or doing something with them. Feeling okay that there are gaps. So obviously in here there are gaps for March, April, May, June. I've decorated, haven't done anything else. So I will go back and I will put all the memory keeping stuff in there. So this is where we're at for July. I started decorating, still haven't done any writing. I couldn't, my arm wouldn't work. So all of those. What I also did is I used like a sticky note, and I marked off to a section where I haven't filled the weeks in. So these are going to be note paper, so like project planning or to-do lists and that sort of thing was what I was going to put in there. And then this tab, that was last week, and I was playing with pens. These pens are my Bic Intensity pens, which I love. I love them. They tend to write in every single journal I've ever picked up. However, I didn't like them in here. I don't know whether it's the paper, I don't know whether it's the thickness of the nibs or what, but I just didn't like that. So what I've done this week is I've changed them over to these. Now this was a set I picked up, I think it was on Amazon, which are a 0.5. They're really, oh my light, really fine nib, and these are actually working quite well. There is some ghosting through those, and what I also tried is the emoji. Did I do that on that one or that one? I can't remember. I know I've used the emoji pens, but they bled through. They must be in one of these other books. So what I've moved to is these, and this double line here is one of these Twinkle double colour pens. I love these. So, and I like that. I like that. That's worked out really well for my weekly plan for this week, and I'll carry on using that as we go. I'll just backfill that. Minding the gap, I'll just go back and fill that in afterwards. So I actually cut it down. There's like a turn the page, there's a double blank page between the weeks and the days. And then what I've done is use a bit of Scotch tape, and I've just put a piece of card, A5 card on the back of that. So that's weeks and month book. The next one, which is this one, as you can see, that's the other side of that blank. I put a piece of card on the front and I cut it down there. And then this is the beginning of this year, where I was doing a bit of art journaling, and I was just playing around, a bit of memory keeping and all of those sort of things. And then I fell off basically about February. And so I had a play. I was having a play. I think I've written a brain download on there. And then I even got my watercolours out, and this, oh, I love this. This crinkly, the fact is crinkled. And while it was one big book, that crinkle was really, really pronounced. But now it's in 3, it's not as pronounced, look. So I'm liking that. I am loving this. So this is the first half of the Hobonichi Cousin, which I haven't used. This is April, May and June. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use it for the art journaling. I'm going to get my stencils on it. I'm going to get some different paints. I'm going to try my fountain pens or the inks, and I'm just going to play. This is that creativity type bit that I'm going to do. But because it's not huge, it's not intimidating, thinking, oh, I've got to fill all that up. Well, I haven't, because it's now a small book. So that's the second bit. And then the third is this one. So I actually cut it down between the 30th of June, 29th and 30th of June. That was actually the Sunday after Planner Fest. But that's okay, because I then started off in July. Now, if you've seen, I've got a Planner Fest video coming out on Wednesday, which will tell you about what I saw in that. Well, Bronte, who was there, and I follow her here on YouTube, she actually uses a Hobonichi, and this is sort of a little bit inspired by what she does. So this is where it was. This is where the Muji pens, I started filling this out, and they actually bled through. I don't know if you can see. They've actually bled through the page, so that's why I swapped over to these others, and these I am liking better, I have to say. So I didn't like the Bic Intensity. The Muji actually bleeds through, but these are fine. And so we are here. I am filming this. No, we're actually a week. We are actually... Do you know what? I've just filled out the wrong week. I've filled out the wrong day. I've obviously got all my days mixed up. Because, no I haven't. I'm backfilling by the looks of things. Oh, my brain is not working properly. Anyway, so I've done the cover page. I've then started filling out these. I must be backfilling to try and work out what I want to do. So obviously schedule in that section, and then a coloured to-do list to do with the different areas of my life. I'm not sure whether I like that, putting like personal and then Minecraft Orchard after it. So I don't think I like that. So then I tried again just a line rather than the washi tape, and schedule, and then just in the different colours the tasks, and I actually like that better. So I'm going to go back. I will go and backfill this, and I'm just trying different decorations. So I put washi across there. On this one I put washi down. That one needs something else. So it's just me having a play, working out what's best for this. So this is the third part of the book, and this is the bit right at the back. So this is the back cover, with all the other bits of information, and that there I was playing in there when I was at Stationery Fest, at Planner Fest. I was practicing my handwriting. So that's what I've done with my Hobonichi Cousin. I've cut it down into 3 books, one for months and weekly planning and to-do lists and project planning and that sort of thing on the spare pages. I've got the first half of the year, which is I'm going to do art journaling in because they're out of date, the pages, and then this one, which is in date at the moment. For last week I'm having a bit of a play to work out what sort of design I like, and then going forward it'll be my daily plan. So I'll put my schedule, I'll put my tasks, and then a bit of daily journaling at the bottom. That's the plan. That's what I would like to do, and that's what I'm going to be playing with this week. So hopefully next week I'll have a bit more of an update video to show you how this is progressing. If I don't have anything to show you, I won't do a video. It's as simple as that. Comment down below, are you using a Hobonichi Cousin? Have you cut a book down like this? Some people actually take this and make it smaller into like traveller's notebook size. I've seen videos on that, of cutting it down and that sort of thing, but this is working, and I think the reason it's now working is because these are smaller. It's not quite, because it's not such a chunky book, it's not intimidating anymore. They're 3 small books that I can work in. Simple as that. Comment down below, are you doing One Book July? Are you in a Cousin? Do you like the Cousin? Did you not like the Cousin? Do you like the paper? What did you use it for? All of those sort of things. If you want to see an update of this, then please make sure you have subscribed, and if you like what I've done by cutting all this down, make sure you hit that like button for me as well, and I'll see you next time with a bit of an update. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.